before we begin with our preliminary question and answer portion, allow me first to tell everybody here sa Amazing Nation na makapalakpak lang kita before and after the candidate has already answered the question. Once again, palagay mo na Taytay, the people of Punta Taytay, mapalakpak lang kita before and after the candidate has already answered the question. Para hindi ma-distract ang atong mga kandidata sa mga nagasabat sa mga pamangkot coming from their fellow candidates. So, di ba? Mapalakpak lang kita before and after our candidates has already answered that question. And for our preliminary question and answer portion, we have the following criteria. For our preliminary Q&A, content and substance is 35%, delivery and communication is 25%, intelligence is 25%, and stage presence is 15%, for a total of 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the preliminary question and answer portion. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our front part of our stage candidate number 1. Candidate number 1, you will be asked by your fellow candidate number 7. Candidate number 1, are you ready? Candidate number 7, are you ready to ask your question? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the preliminary question and answer portion. Good luck, ladies.
As we all know, public funds is meant for projects that safeguard our community, such as the flood control project. So as a aspiring beauty queen, how can you uphold or how can you encourage our fellow citizens and most especially our leaders to uphold honesty and accountability when it turns to public funds?
Thank you for that question. My answer is honesty, accountability, and integrity are important because it builds trust between the leaders and the people. Kung ang public officials kung ang public officials honest, kagaya nila mag-take responsibility sa ilang mga actions, ang mga tao maka-feel respect, kag maka-feel sila ma-heard. And as a beauty queen, I would inspire to the people that you're gonna be wise to choose a leader for these coming elections. And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 7. And now, candidate number 2 will answer the question coming from candidate number 1. And this goes sa process natin. Candidate number 2 will answer candidate number 3. Candidate number 3 will answer candidate number 4, so on and so forth. Is that understandable, ladies? Once again, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. My question is, our community faces many challenges, from rising fuel prices to corruption and environmental threats. As a beauty queen and role model, which problem should we prioritize and what can we do to protect and empower the people? Again, sorry. Our community faces many challenges, from rising fuel prices to corruption and environmental threats. As a beauty queen and role model, which problem should we prioritize and what can we do to protect and empower the people?
Empower people, give them access to education, opportunities, and livelihood programs. When people can learn skills and have work opportunities, they can help themselves and their families. Thank you. what can you done to improve the quality of education in the Philippines? So that student has a fair success. What can you done to improve the quality of education in the Philippines so that every student has opportunity to success? What should I do to make the quality of education be more improved? Education must be inclusive, accessible, and empowering students for all areas in the Philippines, regardless of their background. Because I do believe that education is the foundation of our future. And to improve the quality of education, we must invest in our teachers, modernize our curriculum, and create a safe learning environment for every student regardless of their background. But most importantly, we need good governance. Because when good leadership is transparent and accountable, we can create a quality of education for every nation. And I do believe that education plays a vital role in every aspect of our life, especially as students. Because education helps us build our knowledge, skills, and confidence, which we can use to open multiple doors of opportunities in the future. But first and foremost, students must also be proactive in class in order for them to come out to their comfort zone and be successful person. And last but not the least, I know that with good governance and action, we can create a quality and good education for every student in different areas in the Philippines. Pero, educato in modo motomus. Or should I say, through education, we can change the world. And I thank you. Good evening, Shalom. The question goes this way. With fuel prices escalating due to international conflict, some individuals resort to stockpiling fuel to safeguard their personal security. As a woman who embodies ethical responsibility and empathy, do you believe this behavior reflects rational products, or does it advertently intensify scarcity and compromise collective welfare of society? Do you want me to repeat the question? Okay. With fuel prices escalating due to international conflict, some individuals resort to stockpiling fuel to safeguard their personal security. As a woman who embodies ethical responsibilities and empathy, do you believe this behavior reflects an irrational patterns, or it does inadvertently intensify scarcity and compromise collective welfare of society?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If we want to build a world with fairness, we should set our mindset to how can I survive, from how I can survive to how we will survive this all. With the fuel prices rising in our society today, in our country rather, the true and smartest decision we can make is to discipline and empathy. Because as a woman who values fairness, safety is an empty word if it leaves her neighbors behind. Fairness means taking only what we need so that the healthcare workers, the fishermen, the single parents have enough to keep our society moving. And as a community, if we ensure our community, we ensure our future. We ensure how we live in this world. Because as a community again, we should choose empathy
our garage. But as a community, we should always choose prosperity serves humanity. And I thank you. Mayong gabi po tayo. Hello, Eliza. Good evening. My questions goes this way. A life is full of lessons. Sometimes we are not aware of our words and action that may have hurt someone. Tonight, if you have given a chance to apologize to one person in your past, who would that be? And what would you say to express your regret and show of how much you've grown from that experience?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If there is one person that I would love to exchange a story, it would be my parents. Why? Because as I grew up, I always wanted to adopt things that I wanted. But there is experiences that gave me a life lesson of patience. Life doesn't always go as we wanted. But if we stay calm and persistent in our goals in life, we may overcome any challenges that we face. And also, there are moments in our life that we may feel lost and discouraged. But this doesn't meant to break us. Instead, it is meant to teach us, shape us, and to make us stronger. As I grow older, I also learn to trust the process and to grow every experiences that I have been experiencing in my life and to become the better version of myself. And to the people right here, right now, try to see the world through your eyes with a new perspective. We should always put importance to our family and show kindness and empathy. And that will be all. Thank you. Good evening, Marine. So my question is, in today's world where women are still underestimated, how can we prove that women are capable of becoming leaders and change makers? Again, in today's world, women are still being underestimated. How can we prove that women are capable of becoming leaders and change makers?
Thank you for the beautiful question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the woman empowerment means give women the chance to lead, to speak, and to show what they are truly capable of. Leadership is not about power or position. It is about courage, compassion, and willingness to serve others. Women have strength to lead not only with their minds, but also with their hearts. Because when a woman rises, she doesn't rise alone. She brings others with her. And as we say in the logo, ang bayi may kusog. Ang bayi hindi maluya. May kusog na makapabago sa kalibutan. And tonight, I stand here as a woman who believes that leadership is not about being above in others, but about bringing out the best in others. Because an empowered woman, she doesn't change her life, she changed the world. And I thank you. Good evening. Here is a question for you. Conflicts happening in the different parts of the world, such as in the Middle East, it is remind us the importance of peace and unity. As a beauty queen, how would you use your voice to understand and solidarity among people? Again, my question is, conflict happenings in different parts of the world, such as in the Middle East, is remind us that the interconnectedness of the nations, that means there is no nations that suffer alone. Even here in the Philippines, many families suffer and more economic challenges arise. This reflects to the UN Sustainable Development Goal number 16, which reflects to peace, justice, and strong institutions. As a human and a beauty queen standing here tonight, I believe we can promote peace and unity by first educating people to choose dialogue over division, truth over misinformation, and most especially empathy over prejudice. And I know that even in times of global conflicts, a small action like understanding, respecting, and most especially letting other people that they are connected to us, I believe peace and unity is built when people feel heard, valued, and respected.